So good afternoon and thank you for the possibility to make this interview. Well, we want to ask you some questions about the GDPR. We have discussed the concept of consent.
Yes.
And when we give the consent for the use of our data for commercial uses, what are we doing? So what is the meaning in legal terms of commercial uses?
So that's actually we cannot give consent to that kind of consent because that's very vague.
Okay.
When we consent to some data processing, it has to be really specific.
Okay.
That's in the definition of that the GDPR gives of consent to the processing of personal data. It has to be specific, informed, freely given. A specific really means that you are consenting to a specific purpose, so the processing of data for a specific purpose. So this company wants to sell whatever pizza. I accept this for this purpose, but then if there's another purpose, in principle they should ask again whether I accept for this. This is the general.
More detailed.
Yes, so it really has to be specific, and then there is a sort of tension because you have to give the concept that is specific and informed. Informed means that you really have to understand what is happening, and there's a tension because it means that in practice we know that one of the problems with the information that we receive about what happens with our data is that we receive too much information. When you receive 80 pages of terms and conditions, you are not reading the terms and conditions, so you say yes because you are fed up, but you don't say yes because you understand specifically what is happening. And perhaps the 80 pages are very specific and really telling you what, but you will not read. So then there's a sort of balance that has to be made, making things accessible but specific, clear enough, and this is again
simple.
Yes, simple but specific, and it's not that easy. Even data protection authorities sometimes they say, well, it's specific when it says some strange formulation that they understand, but of course individuals, they don't have the same understanding of what happens to data as data protection experts. So it is also a challenge how to be clear and specific at the same time in practice. But you have, in principle, you can only consent to something that is very, very determined.
Okay. And what about the case in which, in a negotiation, a consumer, which is the weak party, must give his consent for the use of his data unless he will not obtain the service or the product? Well, also in this case, the objective of consumer protection is considered achieved.
So no, because as I mentioned, the definition of consent in the GDPR says in specific consent and also freely given.
Okay.
Freely given means precisely this, that if you're forced or in a situation where you cannot say anything else, you're not, your consent will not be valid. What I think is interesting in your question is that actually you're referring to consumer protection, but consumer protection and data protection law, even if they sometimes pursue similar interests, they're not really exactly the same. So actually, under consumer law, you might have a different approach to some issues that you have in data protection.
Yeah, we also are referring to transactions with the use of distance by means of communication, and so you maybe the consumer is weaker than the other situations.
Yes. But we always have to be careful with when you have different pieces of European law that appear to talk about the same, but are not exactly the same. It becomes delicate because it's some of the assumptions that you use under consumer law, even if data protection issues can be relevant, they might not be exactly relevant. For instance, in data protection law, this idea of being in a vulnerable situation is not really something that it's you are a weak party, depends. You can give free consent to Facebook potentially. Even if you say Facebook is bigger than me and will I always be in an inferior condition? No, it depends. With this information, provision of information, you can then be in a different position. In consumer law, this is what as a consumer you are in the weak part. But this idea of the weak part is not really in data protection law as such. And for instance, it's one
there's a different conception of
there's a similar purpose, which is to protect the individual, but through different means, because even the idea of information that is given, so in data protection you have to give information, and in consumer you have to give information, but not exactly with the same purposes. So it's, for instance, one of the novelties of the GDPR was precisely to consider that some data subjects are vulnerable, but those are children. Exceptionally, children are vulnerable because they don't really understand the consequences of the data. But otherwise, there's no weak data subject. We assume that data subjects are in a position where potentially they could give some consent, and therefore they have to be strong, because otherwise they're not involved.
Okay, thank you. And what about when there is a violation of the use of the protection of consumer data, and how can the competent authority oblige the companies to declare this violation even if there is a risk of reputation?
Yes, so there are the principle of the role of the data protection authority. So we have this independent data protection authority to monitor compliance with the rules, and these data protection authorities have been given by the GDPR more powers than ever. So with the directive, as I mentioned, there was a fragmentation, and depending on the member state, you could have a stronger data protection authority or a weaker one with more or less powers. And now all data protection authorities have strong powers, including the possibility to actually sanction, impose fines, and have different measures that they can directly impose on data controllers. There's a reputational risk, of course, but that's part of the threat. If you don't comply with data protection, you will have
Sanctions.
And there is a special reputational risk with data breaches, so the breaches of personal data. But there's at some point an obligation for the controller to be public about the fact that there has been a data breach. For instance, if many data subjects are involved, you cannot expect the controller to go and notify everybody, but this should be in the media or somewhere so people are generally there has been a problem.
Okay. Thank you for answering our question.
Thank you for the questions.